What's up, bro chachos? It's your boy Tanner Wideman of BarbarianBody. Common question that I've always been getting is, I'm doing everything right, Tanner. My exercise is on point, my nutrition is on point, but I just can't seem to lose any more fat. Today, I'm gonna tell you the real reason that you're not losing any fat. Let's get right into it. The number one reason, you're not training hard enough. A lot of guys, they just go through the motions. They either get on a treadmill, or they go for a light jog a couple of times a week, or they do a weightlifting regimen, okay? And they just go through the motions. It doesn't matter what intensity it is, so long as in their minds they've done the workout, doesn't matter how hard they push themselves, that constitutes, I did what was necessary, now why don't I see the results? That also constitutes in their mind, because they tend to trick themselves just because they're in the gym, they go, I was training hard enough, I was working out hard enough. A lot of people lie to themselves about how hard they're going. A lot of people just come up with these theories in their mind of saying, this is what is required, when clearly it is not. And a lot of people, what they need right now is validation from somebody like me telling you that what you're doing right now is not hard enough. If you claim that you're doing everything that is required to get you in good shape, to help you burn that fat, help you get a six-pack, but you don't have it and you've been doing it consistently for a little while, then there's a good chance that you are not going hard enough. When I see guys, I come from a position of having worked with a lot of people that claim that they work hard and they don't. I come from a position of seeing a lot of people that claim that they work hard and they don't. And I come from a position of training with people that claim that they work hard and they don't. And I'm gonna give you the example of training with these people. When they put them next to me and I'm working out with them, that I'm training really hard seems to me like one of the easiest workouts I've ever seen. It seems like there's almost pretty much no effort. There is some effort. They get to the point where they go, holy man, I'm really tired. Wow, that was pretty tough. Whew. Do you hear how very little I am out of breath? When I get results, because you guys want to know what I do to get results. So what I do is after a set, I'm going, struggling to catch my breath. If I'm doing a run, first off, I don't just do regular cardio runs. I do intervals of like high intensity stuff. I've told you guys this a million times. You want to burn the maximum amount of fat, do high intensity interval training. You'll burn calories during the workout. You work out for less time and you'll burn calories after. But in between each set, I gotta stop partway during the I gotta stop probably about 4 to 6 times in my runs, depending on how tired I am. Mind you, I do have asthma, so that might play a factor in this, but I am pushing myself to the point where it's like, man, I really can't, I need a break so badly right now. My body is pushed to the limit. And if it's not, when I'm doing a run, then I'm doing a circuit routine, okay? High intensity interval circuit routine, and it gets to the point of like, holy hell, man. Holy hell, if you don't get to that point, you are not gonna see results. I don't care what you say you're doing. If you're not getting to that point, you're not gonna get results. The only way that you will is if you're on steroids. That's the only goddamn way. I'm sorry, but that's what's required. There's too many people that do not work hard enough. And then when I come into the equation and I start working out with these people that are not pushing themselves hard enough, and I push and I put them into my frame of, this is what's required, that's when they go, man, I've never worked like that in my life. That is what is required. Now, you don't have to be in the gym 6, 7, I was about to say 8, there's only 7 days in a week. You don't have to be in the gym that many times a week. I do this super effectively by training about 3 to 4 times a week, weightlifting, and then doing runs, high intensity interval runs, for like 15 minutes, 2 to 3 times per week. That's it. It's so simple. You don't have to be in the gym and be a slave. It's so simple. Thing number 2, again, this is along the same lines of people lying to themselves. They say, I'm eating so clean, I'm eating so healthy. Okay, so you're telling me you eat perfect. This is what you hear. I'm eating perfectly, I'm not losing weight, I'm eating healthy, quote unquote healthy. I'm eating what I should be. Why am I not losing weight? And then I go up to them and I go, okay, so what's your caloric intake requirement for you to lose weight? They go, I don't know. I'm like, did you create a calorie deficit? I go, what's a calorie deficit? What do you mean? You have no idea how many calories you're supposed to eat every single day, and you're just shooting at the hip here, just thinking that this is what's required out of you, and you were taking on the position of somebody that might be an experienced dietitian that could go with a fair level of skill going, this is probably what's required, and they'd be pretty accurate. Now you're trying to take on that role, or somebody that has experience, and just say, I think this is how many calories I need, I think this is how much, and you're doing this for like 4 weeks, and you think you're gonna get results? You haven't planned this out at all. If you don't know how many calories you need on a daily basis in order to lose weight, and you don't know that you're hitting either at that calorie deficit or even just the slightest bit lower, there's no way you're gonna lose weight. And then, so that's the first thing. And then the next thing, okay, screw macros. We don't even have to worry about macros right now. Like that's when you get closer to the top of the mountain here. Let's climb like the big portion of the mountain here first. I asked them, yo, how much fruits and vegetables are you eating a day? Oh, you know, I had an apple and a banana today. Okay, what'd you have yesterday? An apple. What'd you have the day before? I had like a handful of blueberries. Now, is this a lot better than a majority of the population of the world? You're goddamn right. After you're eating that much fruit or vegetables, you're doing better than 80% of the entire world, especially America. They're doing terrible for themselves. But when it comes to getting into good shape and sincerely losing that weight and or getting a six-pack, man, do you know what I eat? I fill up a full bowl of fruit, okay, and vegetables. Half the thing is filled up with carrots. I'm talking a cup and a half, 2 cups of carrots. And then I'll load into there 2 handfuls of strawberries, and then I'll put in there a monster heaping of like blueberries or blackberries, throw that in there, and then I'll grab like 5 or 6 of those little baby red peppers, or you know, like the little bell peppers, and I'll throw those in there too. Later on in the day, I might even have another banana. I might have some more vegetables when I have dinner, whether it be like asparagus or something, or like more steamed carrots or something. It could be any vegetable. I just love them. If you are not eating this, you're not getting all these micronutrients, which is gonna help your system work a ton better. And when your system's fully functioning and every single organ inside of you is operating at maximal capacity because it has all the micronutrients to do so, that's when your body's gonna be able to go and start processing and get rid of all these foods and stuff. And not only that, it's gonna provide you with a ton of energy so you don't feel super lethargic and then you go, I don't wanna work out. And then also, it's gonna make you feel incredibly awesome as well. Now here's the main important part when it comes to eating all these fruits and vegetables. They're so low in calories when it comes to the weight. You are gonna fill up, if you eat like that full bowl of fruit, you are gonna fill up on that so fast. There's such little calories in there. I'm gonna actually put right here what the calories are in that little bowl that I consume. Like it's a lot. After I finish that, it's like, whew, that's a lot of food. There's a very little amount of calories. See that right there? I've added that in, I hope. Now, if you have something like, I don't know, like, let's say you have like 1 granola bar, maybe 2 granola bars. Look at the caloric difference, okay? The size of this, monstrous. Like it's way bigger than the size of these 2 little granola bars. The calorie difference, are you seeing this? This is nuts. Fill up on this stuff. You're gonna have a lot less room for this. You're gonna get a bunch of micronutrients from this. Your body's gonna be able to operate a ton better. And as a consequence, you're gonna lose a ton of body fat. Now, this needs to be implemented all the time. Are you consuming fats, healthy fats every day? So when it comes to fats, I wanna make one mention. A lot of people avoid fats like it's the plague because it has the word fat in it. And they go, I don't wanna get fat. I don't wanna eat fat. I don't wanna be fat. I wanna be skinny. I wanna eat skinny. You can't eat skinny. I was listening to this podcast recently and it was explaining about nutrition. And so the guy goes, you know, fats have got a bad rap. We shouldn't be calling fat people fat. We should be calling them obese. Because now when people think of healthy fats, they gotta classify between what's a healthy fat and what's a bad fat, and that makes people think that they're gonna get fat from it when it's required nutrient. And he goes, you know, I got a wife or something. So here's an example. If I go to my wife and I say, listen, honey, I found this awesome makeup for you. You should definitely get this. And at the department store or whatever. And she goes, okay, that sounds great. What's it called? And he goes, it's called Ugly, but it's super nice. She's not gonna wanna put it on no matter how good it is for them. So that's what I thought was pretty funny. It was just a little bit of a side note. Anyways, healthy fats, you need to be getting those into you. These healthy fats are gonna help you with your hormones and the productions of all these things, and it's gonna help you with your skin and your hair and all this other stuff, and the functioning of your body and the hormone, like the hormones will play a huge role in you being able to lose fat, and you're gonna have a feeling of energy and vitality, and you'll be motivated to work out. I'm telling you, if you do this stuff for 5 to 6 days, you eat the fruits, you eat the vegetables, you add in the fats if you don't already have all this stuff, and you eat it in a lot larger of a portion into your diet, there's gonna be so much change. Screw like going out and just saying, all right, no more of all this dinners and lunches I'm gonna eat now. I'm eating keto and paleo and it's gonna be the strictest diet in the world. You're gonna fail if you jump head first in the deep end. You don't know how to swim. It's a metaphor I always use. Start simply, add that stuff in, go from there. Eventually you can get to the stuff of, okay, what can I substitute here and here? But for the main thing, what I'm trying to get at is, if you're not doing those things that I just mentioned, your diet is poor. Your diet is very poor and it is not as good as you're thinking. And for that reason, you are still fat. Reason number 3, you might be doing all this stuff. You might even be doing half of this stuff. You do it for a week. You feel really good about yourself. Saturday morning hits. You look in the mirror. And you're always looking the leanest in the morning, by the way, and you go, yo, this is sweet. I'm looking pretty good right now. I'm seeing some results from this. This is awesome. And then you go, treat yourself. And then you treat yourself for the next like 6 days. You just totally forget about training and doing all that stuff. You go, oh, don't worry, I totally earned this. My body's in a great shape right now. I deserve this. I deserve 25 glasses of wine. You do. I'm kidding. I deserve to eat this chocolate bar and this and this and this, and you totally forget about it. And then guess what? Wednesday comes and it's 10 p.m. You take off your clothes before you get into bed. You walk by your bathroom mirror and you look at your stomach and you go, oh man, I'm never gonna lose this weight. This doesn't even work, this dieting and nutrition stuff. Because what happens is your mind kind of tricks itself and it goes, yeah, that whole last week of poor eating, that was good eating because the week before that was good eating and I applied some of those habits and stuff, and you start to lie to yourself and you get in this vicious cycle of, I got into good shape, I did what was required, now I'm gonna reward myself for the next 6 days because that's how it works, I guess. And then, oh crap, now I'm in bad shape. Okay, I gotta get strict on this, I gotta get strict on it. I'm gonna train and eat and eat and eat, and then, okay, now I'm in good shape again. Okay, I'm satisfied, now I can reward myself. That's what constantly keeps happening. You can't let yourself get to this point where you go, yo, I'm in good shape. All right, I'm letting my foot up off the gas. As soon as you let your foot up off the gas, all your results are gonna be gone in like 3 to 4 days, I promise you. And you're gonna be back at square one. You're gonna constantly keep repeating this vicious cycle. This always happens. And you will get nowhere. You'll constantly keep losing and regaining the same 5 to 10 pounds within a period of like 2 to 3 weeks, and it's gonna be so discouraging. Keep your foot on the gas, don't let up. Now also, don't jump into the deep end. Start relatively simply, develop the habit. Eventually it just becomes a part of you as the way it is for myself right now, and you'll just always be able to be in good shape. Compared to the entire rest of the world, you'll be in godly shape. Don't let your foot up off the gas. Stop letting yourself get into that vicious cycle. So there you guys go. 3 huge reasons that you are not losing fat, even though you claim that you're doing everything that's right. I hope I was able to shed some light, and I hope I was able to offend a couple of you with this video, because if I offended you even the slightest, there's a good chance that what I just said is entirely accurate and it motivates you to take some action. Other than that, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give your boy a like down below, and also be sure to subscribe for weekly workout tips and nutrition tips that you will not want to miss. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. See you in the next video.